Hey guys, welcome to Cafe IO. Apple just finished their annual event introducing iPhone 15 and Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra and the upgrades around them. This was an year where the core theme was the carbon neutrality goal that they have been trying to do, and they have had some amazing success at that. Apple inspires and aspires to be carbon neutral by 2030, which is just an amazing organizational goal. You can check about all of that into this feature film, which was just beautifully made. It's a great short to watch around Mother Nature, and a lot of Apple employees just gathered around and talking about what are the things that they have done. It's quite cinematic too. You can probably check the transcript if you want to do, and the introduction about Mother Nature is quite entertaining. It's a very nice short video which I really loved. They have introduced, okay, let's talk about it when I go to the page. So Apple Series 9 watch is the first product which is completely carbon neutral. This is a new watch which has 60% faster CPU, 30% faster GPU. You can do Siri on device. It's much more brighter than the previous version. You can do name drops when iOS 17 is launched and watch OS 17 is launched. And then there's the new S9 chip, which I just talked about, much faster than the previous one. As I said, 60% more than the S8 chip, and there's some numbers thrown around the 40% about GPUs. This is the interesting feature where you can, double tap and the watch recognizes what you're doing. And I think this is a great piece of innovation seen after a while into Apple products, a new way to interact with your devices. Moving further, you can use the gesture to talk about playing music, answer a call, stop a timer, reply to a message, etc., etc. And then there's the standard stuff around it's more brighter. You have some Siri on device, you have good HomePod control. I don't know who uses HomePod really. And yeah, you have directions for finding your iPhone if it is lost, which is good. So all in all, quite an entertaining upgrade. And as watchOS 10 comes up, it will bring more features than before. It starts at, I believe, 40,000 or 41,000. Yeah, 41,900 for the aluminum version and 71,000 for the stainless steel version. Both comes with choice of GPS and cellular. Moving on, the Ultra watch, I think this is more of a product which is geared towards adventurists and people who do hiking, swimming, all that sort of adventure sports. And there are some new watch faces around it. They have redesigned few stuff, but the upgrades are pretty much standard. They have the new S9 chip, which they have talked about. You can choose a case and a strap combination that is carbon neutral, making this 100% carbon neutral product. It's much more tougher. They have Cert 49mm titanium casing, and they have done some additional testing to meet the standards of ruggedness. It's very bright. I think 3000 nits is just crazy. And then the rest of the features are, I think, pretty much the same. There isn't a lot of to talk about in this. This is more of a natural upgrade. Moving on to the phones, the iPhone 15, this gets quite a lot of upgrades, I think. So if you are an iPhone 15 user, sorry, 11 user like me or 12 user like me, and you want to upgrade, this is quite a good upgrade just because of the camera. Because I love iPhone camera, and since I do video shooting and stuff like that, I want to use it in that. So some of the highlights, dynamic island comes to this. It stays here and it gives you all the information like the Pro version before this. You have a new 48 megapixel camera which can take super high resolution photos, and what they're doing is they're compressing that to 24 megapixel, making it really crisp pictures. There's a lot of so there's some sort of technology which they call as infused glass and aluminum, which makes it look neat. And this is probably, in my view, the most important feature upgrade, where you can use USB-C to charge the product. Lots of different colors. Dynamic island just pops out. You can definitely take some great pictures. I'll want to show you a picture of an iguana that they shared. Where is that? I don't know, where did that iguana picture go? There was an iguana picture that they were showcasing. Okay, maybe if we do it here, I would be able to see. Oh, no, not here. There's a great iguana shot that they have. I'll put it in the thumbnail. Please do check it out. It's a great picture. So you can do direct photos. So even after you take the photo, you can make the edits and shift the focus, which is great. The camera app is more smarter, so you don't need to switch to the portrait mode. If your subject is a person, dog, or a cat, iPhone 15 can automatically capture the depth information, and you can automatically try to upgrade it to add the artful blur and stuff like that afterwards. There is 2x telephoto, which is very natural, so you can probably do optical zoom up to 2x. There's more on portraits. I think there's some interesting portraits features that they have done, and the zooms are kind of seamless, so it's quite nice. Okay, now I think the iguana photo is in the pro one. I'll go there. Now I remembered. The battery is pretty much the same. They call it all day battery life. Pretty standard for Apple, which is 20 hours for 15 and 26 hours for the 15 plus. So up to 3 hours of additional video playback compared to 12. I don't know why they compare to 12 it. Usually they compare it to previous version, but probably there isn't a bump from 14 or 13. I don't remember the numbers. This model gets the A16 Bionic, which was part of the Pro model before, so that's a good update. And as I said, the Type-C connector that can help you charge your Mac, iPad, everything, seamlessly. So now the ecosystem is more, let's say clutter-free and cable-free. The emergency features have been upgraded, and there have been some upgrades around, remote sensing and stuff like that. Not so much popular or useful in India, so not gonna talk about it. The enclosure is like 75% recycled aluminum, which is great. And when iOS 17 comes, it will obviously add in, the software feature that I talked about. All right, let's look at the pricing. I think it's 79,000, so 80,000 rupees for the new iPhone 15. If you are in for market for a good phone, this probably is a good one. And last of the lot, which is the pro version, this gets couple of features in my view, and is probably nice. It gets complete titanium, starts at 1,35,000. There are some discounts for trade-in and HDFC card if you want to use them. So it gets the new 3 nanometer chip, which is probably the first in the industry, if I'm not wrong. Usually Apple says that for pretty much everything, but it is, leaps ahead of the previous generation CPUs that as they are claiming. So it's titanium, it's strong, it's light. Effectively, they are calling it light, but the weight remains the same. The Pro Max has the largest optical zoom going up to 5x, and we'll take a look at the bottom. And then what they have done is they have removed the silent button, and they have introduced a new button called action button, which you can customize and change to doing, different stuff if you feel like so, which is quite a good accessibility feature. You can change it to take a camera, turn on a flashlight, do voice memos. I particularly like the voice memos app thought, because I do love taking voice memos, but I wasn't able to, and this I think can help me enable that. um, 4 different colors: natural, blue, white, and black. And yeah, there's a whole story about how it's first in titanium, blah blah blah. I'm not going to talk about it. Gaming performance seems to have been upgraded on because of the A17 Pro. A lot of different gaming companies came and talked about it. 20% faster GPU, 10 times faster CPU. I wouldn't call it worthy of an upgrade just for the speed part of it, but it is a significant bump given the way silicon industry and the semiconductor industry is moving. Now they have again given a number compared to 12 Pro. I don't know why. Apple is just crazy with numbers when it comes to sales. Camera is good, yes. And this is the iguana picture I was talking about. This, love the shot. I think this is very deep shot. This is captured by the 48 megapixel main camera in the iPhone 15 Pro. And then you can do a couple of zoom more options. There's some amazing shots here. Low light photos are just great. There's the photos are automatically saved to 24 megapixel. It can also do 48 megapixel HEIF, which is high efficiency photography. I don't know who uses that, but in general I think the pictures look just amazing. There are certain, you can choose your default main camera lens, which is 24 millimeter, 28 millimeter, or 35 millimeter. 35 millimeter is just great because if you are in for portrait photography, or it's very good. The portrait mode, as we talked about in the previous version, has gotten a good upgrade, so that's nice. There's a lot of software upgrades that you see, which is, around low light enhancement, capturing more light and more color. Some of the pictures I felt were oversaturated, but what the hell, they just look great. uh, you can shift, zoom, steady, and cut, which is more like making cinematic videos out of this. I don't think this feature was available uh, in iOS, in iPhone 15, so which is useful. So cinematic mode automatically shifts the focus to the most important object in the scene, so which is good feature to talk about. And you can do more pro videos with this. Spatial videos are possible. You can do a 3D video and use it with Vision Pro if you are one of the users of Vision Pro. So that's just some good efforts, upgrades there. Yeah, and this is what I was saying, 120 of zoom, and I think this is only available in the Pro Max version. Yes, the Pro Max version has a 5x telephoto zoom. The action button is, whatever favorite feature you have, you can set once and you can keep changing it. Silent, camera, flashlight, or voice memo, translator, magnifier, etc., etc. It's a very nice and nifty feature to have one small shortcut at your hand. But I wouldn't have mind an extra button for this. uh, I don't really care of the number of buttons. I know that would have been a design disaster maybe, but maybe they can do some magicy thing with the power button, make it two side, like up and down. But I really loved that, a simple silent mode using that. Now this gives me more options, but take away one, I don't like it. Yeah, and the cable are pretty fast. You can connect Type C to Type C, which is Mac to iPhone, which would be a nice feature. And it can work with precision finding, very faster transfer rates, etc. The battery is 23 hours and 29 hours on the Pro version. The emergency features are there, and this is has an internal structure. Remember, it's not the external structure; it's the internal structure is 100% recycled aluminum. The external frame is titanium. This was 75%, and as I said, the green theme is going on along with it. And as iOS 17 comes up, you will love your iPhone much more further. So that's Akar signing out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.